I'm Billy Harris. You're hanging with Harris. We are at the top of the Mark Hopkins. My good friend Bilal Hodge, GM of Top of the Mark. Bilal, how are you?
Good, excellent.
You are. How could you not be excellent?
I mean,
right?
having a view like this is amazing.
So tell me about Top of the Mark.
Top of the Mark start with a view. That's the first thing. You know, a lot of people just amazed by this view, almost 360-degree view in San Francisco. Yes, and we are famous for our martinis. We have more than 100 martinis in our list.
When was the hotel built?
Our hotel built in 1926.
1926. Now this used to be the owner's house, right?
House, yes, Top of the Mark. And the Top of the Mark opened in 1939.
It's such an expression that people in the city just know that. They know that the Top of the Mark.
Top of the Mark, oh yes.
People have been saying that for 80 years.
Yes.
And you could be anywhere and they know.
Let's go to the Top of the Mark. Let's go.
I was on the Golden Gate Bridge yesterday and you can see the flag on here.
Yeah.
So
oh yes.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, people come to the Top of the Mark a lot. We have tourists, we have locals, we have every kind of people come to the Mark.
From all over the world.
And until today, we still have people who've been in World War II in the past, and they want to come back today to bring their memories back.
And they were here. They were actually here 60 years ago.
Oh, yes. They were here 60 years, shipping off. And today, they're still alive. They still come back to the Top of the Mark, yes, and share with us stories. And the area where we are sitting here, we call this area a Weeper's Corner.
Why is it called Weeper's Corner?
Back in the days in World War II, all the soldiers used to bring their families and wives and, have the last drink before the ship.
Before they would ship off.
Yes.
Bilal, we have a couple bottles here. We have the Wild Turkey. We have some bourbon and some scotch. I'm sure there's a story behind that as well.
Oh, yes. The story behind it is back in the days, every serviceman come to the Top of the Mark, have a glass of bourbon.
Sure.
And who finish the bottle, the last person need to buy a new one. That's the tricky part.
Whoever had the last sip,
they had to get a new one.
All right.
So when I started this project here at Top of the Mark, I started with 2 bottles that belong to us.
Okay.
And then since when I always share a story with any guest I have here at Top of the Mark, like this gentleman here, he said, you know what, I want to buy a bottle for any serviceman, active or inactive, and please offer them a glass of scotch or bourbon. So today we have bourbon and scotch for any serviceman who come to the Top of the Mark.
For any serviceman, so we have the bottle of bourbon here. For anyone who doesn't like bourbon, a nice guest bought the bottle of scotch, and there's a little note on the back that someone wrote, to all military servicemen, thank you for your service in honor of his father. So if you're a serviceman and you don't happen to like bourbon, come in here, have a nice glass of scotch. Yeah. Now, you're also sitting with this beautiful book here. There's a story to that as well.
There's a story to that book, yes. When I get this book, I always share stories with my guests here, and because servicemen doesn't introduce themselves at the door like I am a serviceman, so we have to read minds and use our skills. So this is the first gentleman when I met him here at Top of the Mark 3 years ago. He was with his mom. His mom was crying, and thank you, son. You come back from the war and everything. So I went and approached the table, and the mother was sharing with me the stories. Since that moment, it clicked in my head, and I said, you know what? We need to do something for our servicemen today, because that's why we are all alive today and we are here.
So when anyone comes up to you and you meet them and they find out in service, it's just it's a diary, right?
It is diary, yes.
This gentleman served in 1945.
In Hawaii, you have like this one here, the same thing on World War II, 1944 to 1946, World War II. We have one last year, this 2 couples.
So there's some younger servicemen too as well.
British Army. I met them here at Top of the Mark. I started sharing with them some stories, and I told them a soldier is a soldier. It's all about respect.
Absolutely.
And they were very nice. They sent me the uniform with their wives and everything, very nice, and added in that book. And last year we had the Macon Island ship. Okay. The second time came to San Francisco. The first time was in November 1954, and the second time it was last year. So what I did, I went down to the wharf and I invited the entire crew to come to the Top of the Mark.
Did they come up?
Yes, and I did, and even we took a picture of. So the one who came is the one who had the higher ranks.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. Yes, this is
so
the
all
one.
the servicemen from the ship came.
From a ship, Macon Island ship, yes, they came here, and then they had a great time. We asked our live music band to play the national anthem.
Sure.
Everybody in this room standing for a minute, and
it's
that moment, it was a very important moment, yes.
So besides this amazing view, there's so much history here. There's really always been a tribute to men and women in uniform.
Oh, yes, always.
Well, we'll have a little toast to them.
Of course, yes.
It's a very special place. Bilal, thanks again. Cheers. Thanks for spending time with us.
Thank you.
And when you're in San Francisco, come to the Top of the Mark. Visit Bilal. The band is going to start here tonight. They're going to have a great time like they do every night at the Top of the Mark, and we'll see you soon.
Thank
Cheers.
You. Cheers.
I'll give you another one.
All right, thank you.